Hi, my name is Erica. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are gonna do a smoky eye. When I first started doing makeup, the smoky eye is what I wanted to learn how to do. Like, that's the signature, like, you know what you're doing when you can do a bomb smoky eye. And it's really intimidating at first because black eyeshadow can go horribly wrong really easily. So today I want to show you guys how I do my smoky eye, and I want to give you guys some tips because it's not as hard as it seems. For this video, my base is already done. We're going to focus on the eyes for this one. And excuse me if I sound a little congested. I came down with something that I'm getting over, so I'm going to zoom you guys in and we'll get started. The first thing we're going to do is, like always, I'm going to prime the lids. So I'm going to use the P. Louise base in the shade 3. I only use a tiny bit because you don't need that much. And then I'm using all black, so it's not like I'm trying to get pigment to show up. It's going to show up. I'm going to buff that out. So I'm just taking a dry beauty blender into some translucent powder, and I'm going to pretty much bake, but really I'm using this so that I can sweep away any fallout. And I only do this when I'm using dark colors. If it's something light, I don't really bother. If you have oily skin, you might want to do this step regardless. The first shade I'm going to take in the JACLYN Hill palette, what is this called? I think it's called Buns. That's pretty funny. So I'm going to take that on a fluffy brush. So I'm going to buff that like on the brow bone and then into the crease. And I'm pretty much going almost all the way to my eyebrow. Like, I'm taking it up pretty high. I'm gonna take this brown down here. It's a little bit darker. We started here, now we're going here. And this shade is called Mocha? Yeah, it's called Mocha. Same brush, it's a brown. I don't think I really need to change the brush. I won't take it all the way as high, just barely beneath there, that area. See? And I'm gonna blend that out. I'm just doing circular motions. Let's not forget about this area in here. We're gonna slowly build it up, but we still don't wanna forget about it. I'm still working with that same color, the second color. Looking pretty good. Now we're gonna go even deeper. Still not to black yet. I'm gonna take Chip. It's called Chip. So we started here, we went here, and now we're going to Chip, which is here. Still same brush, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna blend it a little bit lower than the last color we used, Mocha. I think this is dark enough. I think we can go to black. And I'm finally gonna leave this brush alone. I'm gonna take a smaller brush. So this top one, the white one, is the one I was using before, and now this smaller one is the one I'm gonna use now. With black, you take a tiny bit, like I'm barely tapping in. I'm even gonna kind of tap off the excess. I'm gonna use that in the outer corner, and I'm gonna go into the crease and then the inner corner. So I'm just slowly gonna build it up. Outer corner, crease, and then inner corner. To cover the lid, I'm going to take this Maybelline Eye Studio cream liner onto this flat brush. And I'm going to tap that all over the lid so it's super, super black. See that? But so I'm going to use it just in the middle. Completely covering the lid. After the lid is covered, I'm going to go back into that smaller fluffy brush with black eyeshadow to blend out the edges. In hindsight, I would also suggest setting the entire lid with the black shadow so that you don't get creasing. That's one thing I forgot to do. Okay, so the lids are done. Now I'm gonna line my lower lash line with some black eyeliner. So I'm gonna take that same flat brush and I'm gonna dip it back in the cream liner on like the tip of the brush, and I'm gonna smudge out the bottom lash line. Smoking out the lower lash line makes a huge difference in like how your smoky eye looks. I love it. So now I'm gonna take the small detail brush and I'm not gonna dip it in black to smudge this out. I'm gonna dip it into the brown. I'm gonna dip it into the second brown we used, this one. And I'm gonna go over the cream liner that's on the bottom. I think black would be too harsh. And the brown kind of softens it up a bit. So now all that's really left is to kind of fix the shape. So I'm gonna go back into the darkest brown, and I'm just gonna kind of like flick it and just kind of make sure I like this shape here. Maybe even a little bit of the black. So I swept the powder away and now I'm gonna put on some lashes. So I'm gonna use the Ardell Studio Effects Demi Wispies. I took one off, but this is what it looks like. I am gonna set everything with some Fix Plus. Actually, you know what will make this even better? A little bit of highlight in the inner corner. And I just wanted to reiterate, like I said earlier, if you use powder to set the cream base that you have on the lid, you won't get any creasing. So this is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and thanks for watching. I want to be able to take these suckers off without pulling off on my eyelashes. Oh my god, that was not a good light. Okay, we're gonna do that over again. That was crazy. Working with black, sometimes you can really end up looking like a raccoon. Hopefully I'm not saying this looking like a raccoon. This video is gonna be on the smoky eye. The cool thing about a smoky eye is there's no eyelash pressure. It's all black. It's like, who cares if you mess up? I know I have tweezers. Where are the tweezers? Where? Shit, no, really, where are they? Trying to poke an eye out.